Okay, guys, another quick one today. INFJ, born or created. Um, that all gets into that nature versus nurture stuff. Is it the environment? I sort of talked about that a little bit about having a crazy mother and a mother's crazy mother, and other people. There's a whole lot of family dynamics and all those sorts of things, situational things, society, all sorts of stuff, and I read some books recently. I'm always listening to stuff on Audible lately for the last few years. I mean, yeah, as I'm driving around, I don't waste any time. I fill up all my time with learning stuff. Could be about anything, but a lot of the stuff has been about brain, how your brain works, thinking, psychology type stuff, I suppose. But one of the books recently, can't remember exactly which one, and I might even put some information as to what it was bringing up about studies that people have made on quietly. That's my PA in the back there, my PA, personal assistant. She's I don't know, we're off to work on a Sunday. It's actually a public holiday Monday here. Anyway, don't matter. You don't care, right? But we're talking about studies that have been done on twins and identical twins that have been split up at birth and brought up in different environments. I can't remember exactly what the findings were, but it was interesting that's the coup de grace, or that's the pinnacle of that sort of, can you find out if you've got enough sampling of identical twins that have been split up and put into significantly different environments. There was quite a big difference between identical twins and twins. I think the book might have been Lifespan, about genetics. Actually, I think we were talking about genetics for this sort of stuff, but genetic predispositions and things like that as well. There was a few books recently that I've been reading about. Anyway, so it's hard to sort of say. And what I wanted to just say today, real quickly, was about your siblings. The oldest one, and it's a different dynamic being the oldest one, the oldest grandchild as well. The oldest boy and the oldest girl, they're both, special in their own ways. The oldest grandchild, depending on which family, because each set of grandparents from either sides of the family that's two separate sort of environments, really. But the oldest grandchild, we'll just pick one, and in our case, the leading one was the father's side, and being the oldest grandchild, eldest boy, that had something, right? That had some special factor put on you to make you feel special. And I always felt, even 18, early 20s, I felt that was wrong to put that on, to attribute that specialness, because I think that can cause some problems. That can make people think that they're special and they can do whatever they want and there's no repercussions. Like my dad, he was not the oldest, but he's the oldest boy, and he was sort of the special one, and he could do no wrong. And to this day, he's still alive. To this day, he sort of feels rules don't apply to him. You know what I mean? Like the weather. always getting up. Hey, don't leave all your stuff outside in the rain, bro. Oh, it's not raining now, but it's gonna rain because I can see the clouds coming. It doesn't apply to him. It's just some people are like that, they don't make hay when the sun's shining. They think it's going to shine for them forever, and that special shining light that you can put onto kids. And you know what, you can do this if someone's been a bit broken and stuff like that. Through you can be a mentor later in life. It could be an apprenticeship situation or a traineeship situation where you can put that focus onto someone later on and give them a sense of specialness too. You could nurture a spark, and you could fan it up into something and stuff like that. Sometimes people do actually need that bit of spark of self-belief, and then they've got to fan that into a flame, and someone else is going to just oh, hang on, you've been out in the rain, hang on, let's just get that back blowing again. Sometimes people need that. Some people can do that for themselves. But really what I wanted to dig down to today was the siblings in a relationship, in a family situation. So I was a special one of the special boy in the family as well. So I was the special one. Like I had a double dose of that stuff, and I sort of I it worked on me, but I'm also going, hang on. My cousin over there, he's pretty good too, and they're all jealous. His family's all jealous that I'm the special one and he's not. I feel a bit sorry for him because he's actually pretty good, pretty smart, good looking bloke, nice manners, all this sort of stuff. He turned out he went off the rails a little bit later on in life, but I think there's some disappointment about how he's turned out in a way, and probably is about me too, and all that sort of thing. We all go down the wrong paths in life for a while and stuff like that, or make the wrong decisions and take a while to get back on a right path. Who says what the right path is? But I could sort of see that. Hang on, yeah, I'm being treated a bit differently. The other kids have to work for the attention. I don't have to do nothing. That can fuck people up. That could turn people into narcissistic sort of people, little princess mentality and all that sort of thing. The ones that cry to get what they want. You know the type. And so what I want to say about siblings, I'll get to it now. I will get to it. My next brother down was 3 years below me, and there's another one 18 months below that, and another one a little bit below that. And so if they all grew up in the same environment, should they not also be INFJs? If environment is what makes personalities. But what I want to say about that is that the environment's been skewed because I'm in it now. And whatever stuff that I've learnt from either side of my families, or all the role models, all the things that are, I'm going to project that onto my brother, and he's going to mix all that up and then project that down onto the next one and all that sort of thing. All that shit flows downhill. There's always a bit of pecking order sort of stuff, isn't it? It's not often that those big families of boys say, I think girls could be worse. But there's not often those big families are well adjusted. I think you need to have two well adjusted parents to have a well-adjusted family. I know on my grandparents on my dad's side, they were well-adjusted. They were well-adjusted, awesome, best people in the world, 100%. 100%, Lachlan and Eddie, they were the best people in the world. You couldn't, you couldn't not think they weren't. But before the rain comes, I better wrap this up. Otherwise, you're not going to hear everything I say. But that projecting that specialness onto a boy and oldest grandson, don't they know what that causes? So how well adjusted were they? So, they made a pretty good family. I mean, okay, my auntie is jealous of me because she's not the golden child and all that sort of stuff. So as far as, the most awesome, well-adjusted family. And then my other uncle too had, I think I said in the last episode there, had the wife that sort of went feminist, my favourite auntie, and she got in on that whole feminist movement and decided to be a pain in the ass, and he didn't want to be emaciated. Put up with it for quite a few years, but then thought, no, this is bullshit. I really respect him for that. It's cost him. He'll I think he's had a relationship or two since, but he was pretty old when he, broke up old. I think they got married old too, Kids were early teenager, tops. So it fucked them up. So, how well adjusted was that family in the end, really? They were pretty good. But it doesn't take much of a seed of, just one little bit missing can stuff it all up. And I don't regret any of the hardship, any of the turmoil, because it's allowed me to think the way that I think. I don't think that you can deal with stuff if you haven't experienced stuff. Say, for example, if you wanted to be cops and you had no clue about criminal thinking, you'd never catch anyone. You know what I mean? There's all that side of things. And the soldiers, all the special forces soldiers and all that, anti-terrorism, all that sort of, that sort of thing, you have to go into the depths of the abyss to deal with the abyss so that it doesn't come onto your doorstep. But how do you not let that touch you and change you? Anyway, that'll do, Peg. That'll do. All right, enough for today.